friends, welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to replace a fuel filter on older Toyota Camry. I believe it's a very similar process on all of them from like 92 all the way up till 2001. Is actually remove the air box, and the reason why you want to do that because the fuel filter is in very kind of pain in the butt location in there. Let me get the light so I can show you where the fuel filter is. So see that bracketed device? That's a fuel filter. I'm gonna try to get the better light. Right in there, and it's kind of hard to get to, but if you remove the airbox you have a little bit more of room to work in. And to remove airbox you just pretty much gotta disconnect some stuff and get your 10 mil ready and just start unbolting it, and then once you unbolt it, pop it off, you'll have a little bit more of access. And also try not to smoke when you do that, because you might blow some crap up and you probably don't want to do that. And then you also want to relieve the fuel pressure from your fuel tank. So there's a few ways of doing it. One of the ways you can do it is just pop the cap off. That will relieve some of the pressure. And then like if you want to be super cautious about it, you can actually pull the fuel pump fuse and just crank it till the car pretty much dies because of the lack of fuel, and then you should not have no fuel in there. So really up to you whichever way you want to do it, but yeah, it is could be somewhat dangerous process. And like again, you could also disconnect the battery if you're really worried about spark and stuff like that. All right, well, let's get the box off and then we'll go from there. All right, once you remove the top, and by the way, to remove the top, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just undo the clips, 110 mil here. Just if you have cruise control, just pop this cable off so you don't have to take the bracket off. Unplug those two, unplug this hose. That's pretty much it. You're home free. And then you get a couple bolts right there, and the thing will come out. All right, since it's super hard to see over there, I'm going to show you kind of how it's going to be done. So I'm going to show it to you on the new one, and then you kind of got to figure it out slightly on your own. So here's the new filter right here in my hand. So you're gonna need a 17. Actually, let me get this wider. You're gonna need a 19 mil. I'm going crazy, guys. Sorry, guys. So you're gonna need a 19 mil to hold the filter by the bottom, just because if you don't, you might twist the line or the filter. And then you're gonna need a 14 millimeter line wrench for the actual fuel line. So it's actually sitting like this, so it's gonna be on the bottom. Cool. So once you crack that loose, just make sure that you get it undone, because if you can't get it undone, there's no point. Like you might as well not do it. But yeah, as long as you can crack the bottom one, the top banjo bolt one is fairly easy. And remember, your filter will come with two new washers, and they go on both sides of the banjo bolt, one up, one down. So right in between the fuel line over there. Again, the reason why I'm kind of telling you guys here, because it's going to be super hard to see it actually done in the vehicle, just because where the filter is. Okay, so this thing is like pretty much a basket case, so I have to put probably a crap ton of effort on this one. So you have one wrench over there underneath holding the filter, and then we're gonna use this 14er over here. I don't know if I can put any camera any way that you guys can actually see it, just because again the location of it is not the best, but let's give it a crack over here, literally. So holding the filter from side where the air filter used to be and cracking it loose from the between it. Okay, got it cracked loose. I smell fuel. It's a good sign. Again, this car was slightly neglected, so I'm doing like 20 years of maintenance right now on it. Because previous owner didn't really give a crap at all. Alright, so the fuel line on the bottom is off. Now we just gotta get the banjo bolt off and we're home free. Alright, so kind of same principle for the banjo bolt. Again, I would prefer to use line wrenches at just a 17 mil. And again, we're gonna hold the filter from the bottom so it doesn't spin, because again, this thing, might as well be original, because you never know with this car. And then if it's original, it's going to be very, very difficult to get to, so we will see. Well, that was a significant amount of effort. Now we got fuel going everywhere. Alright. And remember, there's going to be those two washers that you're going to have to reattach. Here's our banjo bolt. And now we just gotta get the filter out over here. Let's grab our ratchet, get the filter out, and I'll kind of give you a 411 on how to reattach it back. Alright, so bracket, as like I was saying, is held by two 10 mil bolts over here. And I'm pretty positive this is still original, because this is genuine Toyota filter still in it, so this might as well just still be original filter that was on it. One thing, there is a wire harness. If you're still original, most likely the loom is also in there. All you need to do is stick a screwdriver in there and it will pop open and you can get it out from the wire harness. So now we just gotta get another 10 mil over here, loosen it out, put our new one in exactly the same way as this guy is, and then once we put the new one in, we're just gonna pretty much retighten it. Again, do not forget those copper washers. One goes on the bottom, then goes the fuel line, then one goes on top, and then the banjo bolt goes in there. Remember, don't forget to pop the little washers. Again, if they're anything like mine, they're gonna be pretty much welded shut on it. So make sure you pop those up before you put the new one. You never want to double washer it, or it's gonna leak like a pregnant woman. Alright, so this is pretty much, once you tighten it, that's what it kind of should look like. Just remember to make sure that to use your 19 incher to hold the filter, and then use line wrenches so you don't actually strip your heads pretty much on the banjo bolt or the fuel line. And then as far as tightening it, I mean, you gotta do at least one ooga dooga, so just make sure you get it pretty tight, but also do remember that you don't want to strip it either. So like you gotta be firm, but don't go full retard on it. All right, then after that, just cycle the key a couple times, make sure there is no leaks. Don't start the car yet, but just cycle to make sure, because if you have leak, then that means you did not tighten it. Cool. All right, so hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. Just don't forget to put your airbags back on, and have a good day. Almost forgot. Please support your local animal shelters. Right, Bear Bear? Right, laddie?